Hey, what's up, y'all? This your girl, Torrei Hart, and I just finished my interview with Hollywood Unlocked Uncensored, and you don't want to miss it. I'm talking about all the good shit. I'm talking about a little bit of dirt. I'm getting a little grimy. We talking about Hollywood. We talking about my ex. We talking about my new man. Y'all want to check it out. Jason, okay, he was a little messy, of course. Gio, that's my bro, so yeah, my back. And Melissa Ford, I just love her. She's so beautiful. She had the good topics popping. Hollywood Unlocked. Peace.
What up, everybody? This is Jason Lee, and this is Hollywood Unlocked Uncensored.
And I'm Melissa Ford, a.k.a. the Curve Queen.
It's your boy Giovanni. Hola.
And we have our friend Torrei Hart in the building.
Hey,
Torrei.
what's up?
So how was your Memorial Day weekend? Because we saw each other in Vegas. We hung out in Vegas. So how was the rest of your weekend?
It was good.
Yeah?
Had a good time, yep. Partied a little bit more. I ain't stayed for the strip club, though. I'm sorry I missed you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it looked like y'all was having a good time.
Not really. It was a lot of people, but there was a lot of conflict to manage. So I was working.
Oh.
Yeah, it was Love and Hip Hop reunion at the club. So
Okay.
anytime you put
Any
a bunch
fights?
of... Almost.
Ooh,
Almost.
damn.
Almost.
Who almost fought?
Erica Mena, she was going to throw a bottle. I don't know who
At
she
who?
was. I don't know.
She thought the cameras was rolling?
I think a lot of people did. Wait, were you on? Did you? Because I don't know what happened after about a few drinks. I was on stage with Usher. Did you get up? You were on stage as well.
Nigga, I got you on stage.
You did. Okay,
Damn,
wait.
That's
deep.
hysterical.
That was deep.
I said after a few drinks, I knew I was
Okay.
up there. The process of having the drink and getting on stage, I forgot momentarily. 2 Chainz was there. What do you think about 2 Chainz?
You know what? He was a little rude.
He was.
And then I had to let him know who I was, and then he calmed down real quick. He humbled himself,
Damn, I
as
can't
Kendrick
wow.
Lamar
Wow.
says.
What happened?
I know, and you know what? And I had to tell him, like, yo, 2 Chainz, I really support you. Like, I done bought your albums. I was down with you since you was Titty Boy.
Titty Boy.
Okay, Duffel Bag Boy, don't forget. Like, I've been down with you since then. And then he was like, oh, my bad, you
How
know.
was he rude?
Because he was like, take the picture. Because I was like, I want a picture. And, you know, like, I'm actually a fan.
Well, you didn't say it like that. You were really nice. You were like, hey,
Yeah.
can we take a picture?
And I'm not a groupie. I was a fan. Like, I really supported this man. So if I spend my money on somebody, like, take the fucking picture. And that's the bottom line. Like, I'm putting money in you and your kid's pocket. But I will say, you know, he recanted and he got himself together. Yeah.
Good. Because I feel like
He was cool. He did one of these and, you know, all of that.
Queen, my
and
black queen.
yeah, you know, but sometimes these niggas be getting fucked up.
Yeah. You got to be reminded.
She's a little firecracker over there.
Well, listen, what I love was going into rehab. You know, they were charging astronomical prices, and I'm not paying no. I'll pay $200 to go see a Beyonce concert, probably, but I get free tickets to that.
Yeah.
I ain't paying $200 to go see nobody at rehab. But we finessed our way in. When I tell you, we put young Keith to work over here, and we went down and we talked to the people, and you know, we were ushered in, and no pun intended, and we had a good time.
It's a lot of pressure.
I had a ball.
It's a lot of pressure trying
Yeah.
to get into a hot club on Memorial Day weekend in Vegas.
Yeah, not when you're Torrei Hart and
Of course.
all of us from
But that was $200 they was charging for guys or just everybody?
everybody.
Damn.
Was they really charging that much?
Everybody, 200.
Damn, and we got in free and was just
All
on
8
the
of us.
stage doing whatever the hell we wanted.
We had a good time. Okay, so for those not knowing who we're talking to, you're sleeping under a rock because Torrei Hart has been around for a while. Actress. Are you a
Comedian.
model yet? Because you be on Instagram like a model. You in that bikini. You and Hazel.
You know what? I said, let me just go ahead and fucking play the goddamn game. You know what I'm saying? Like, Melissa, I was so against it. And then I was like,
I feel you, girl.
Because, you know.
Because hoes be winning.
Well, I mean, and hoes do be winning. Like, look at the fucking Kardashians. They winning so much they done turned Bruce into one.
That's hilarious.
So she is a comedian.
I'm not mad at them at all. I'm
I
actually
love
like,
the
listen, they
Kardashians.
feet and they family, they took it to a whole nother level.
Yeah.
I'm not mad.
They didn't let the game play them. They played the fucking game.
Exactly. and the game got played.
Okay, so you're the ex-wife of Kevin Hart. Kevin was also in Vegas this weekend.
Yes.
And I love the fact that you two can co-parent because we're both
Very
friends
well.
with Michelle Epps. She's going through her situation. It's a little bit more rockier than your situation when you guys separated. We didn't really hear a lot of drama. I feel like, if anything, you guys have figured out how to co-parent and how to operate as one family. How?
Oh, there was some stuff out there.
Yeah, I won't say it wasn't always.
Was it? I missed
Oh
it then.
yeah, no, there was some stuff.
I never heard anything.
Well, there was definitely some stuff. I mean, to your credit, I will say that you handled it, you know, with a lot of dignity. it was a really awful, painful situation. This is your marriage. This is your kids. This is your family. Yeah. And, it seems like it was the old story, the old story of where, guy has the wife who's in the trenches with him, builds the family. Then once he gets on, he trades her in for a younger model or whatever the case was. And that's, by all appearances, what it kind of looked like to people. And then the worst part about that is how unfriendly people are to women, and how she's embittered and she's motherfucker. Yeah, I'm bitter. God damn it. This is my family. And then there was also the question as to whether or not there was some overlappage. Because.
But see, I didn't see all that. Maybe because Torrei and I are friends. Like literally, people think I'm just out telling everybody's business. When we're friends, I literally don't get in your business. Like I don't get in unless it's something. And it probably was crazy online. I don't know. I didn't. But I just am very particular about my friends. But how did you manage? Because we've never talked about it.
Okay.
I've never asked you. How did you manage that? Because the one thing that I said to Torrei, because we've talked about on the show with Kevin's career, even with like where I look at mine or this, whatever. Sometimes you look at the journey, you get tired, like, fuck, I'm ready to quit. But it was Kevin's story of how it took him 18 years to get on. You were there through all that.
I was there when he was selling sneakers. Ain't even ever hit a stage.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I didn't know he was going to be a comedian, nothing.
You guys met in college, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
We went in a theater arts class.
Is that where you met?
Yes.
Really?
Community, Philadelphia. Yes.
And so as you migrated to LA, did you ever feel like you all would both reach your levels of success or get to where you are? And did you feel like this was going to be a romance that would last a lifetime?
I did. I actually did. We had big plans. I mean, we pinky sweared. We did the whole, I'm getting in, then after that, it's your turn. I mean, we shot a commercial together. We shot pilots together. Like, we did a lot of stuff together. Actually, even on his last big special, I was in Philly with him, and he gave me a big shout out on the stage and was like, I would not be where I am today if it was not for my ex-wife.
Wow.
So, we both understand. I was there when he got a star on the Walk of Fame. It's... We do have a bond that it can't be broken.
And you both are amazing parents to your children.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing. Our kids come first. And that's just how I am. I mean, even when I was in Vegas turning up and partying all weekend, Sunday I was like, okay, I'm coming to get the kids. I'm taking them to breakfast. Because this was his holiday this time around. And so I was like, but my kids is like right down the street from me. Nah, I'm taking my kids to breakfast.
Right.
So what was the journey in being Kevin's wife to becoming friends with his fiance?
Ooh, that was a journey.
Well, now wife.
No, because
Now
to know
wife.
Torrei, you're very you're not publicly messy, but you're not a punk.
Oh,
like
she's
you're
not.
not
No,
a you're
she's
not
very
a
That's clear.
you're not a doormat. Like I
No.
don't, but you're also. I think you think of your kids. I don't know. I'm just assuming, right?
Yeah.
Seen Torrei go there a
What
few
was that
times.
journey like?
You did win.
Go ahead.
What was that journey like?
Well, honestly, I had to stop drinking for 2 years. I decided to stop drinking. I started a fast during Ramadan. And I basically said, you know what? I'm giving my life to God right now. So I had to really focus and dedicate myself to God. I would wake up every single day, fast and pray, and just ask God to lead me and guide me so that I wouldn't become depressed. Because I just felt like if I kept doing the things that I was doing before, not that I'm an alcoholic or anything like that, but I did drink. And so I was like, I can't have any substances in my system along this journey. So what I did was I prayed. I was constant in the church. I would speak to my children a lot, just making sure they were okay. And my main thing was to make sure my kids were happy.
How old were your kids when you guys separated and then it started getting messy in the divorce? Or how old were the kids at the time?
So my daughter was 6 and my son was about 3.5.
Okay, so how were the kids responding to possibly the stress of the separation and then the divorce and maybe just kind of the acrimonious the level of acrimony in the relationship? It got bad for
Acrimony.
a second.
Right.
Okay.
She
How
used
fucked up
words.
shit got?
Wait, so for the sake of understanding the cast, she finds all the facts and she uses fucking words that none of us niggas know. Okay.
I love it though. I love it.
Okay, when shit got fucked up.
Okay.
There we go.
All right.
So
I kind of thought that's what it meant.
So basically, how did because people think that kids don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Kids feel the energy.
Oh, yeah.
I
Yeah.
remember when I was 6 and 7 and my parents were going through a horrible time and I felt that the energy was always there whether or not they tried to hide it from me.
Yeah.
So how did the kids kind of respond initially and where are they now?
Well, you know what? I think my son was too young to know. My daughter, she was a rider. She had my back. She
Heaven.
was, yes, Heaven is a gangster. She done been here before. Like, that's my rider right there. My son is too. But you know, she was just like, Mom, I just got you. Just know I'm here for
At
you.
6, she said, I got you?
I'm telling you.
Makes me almost want one.
No, kids are very, very smart and very resilient.
But you guys are also very involved with your kids. Your kids are not like sitting around with a nanny somewhere. You're involved.
No, I don't have a nanny.
Yeah.
Was it
Because I've been to Torrei's house when she had a party. See, Torrei's party, was that your party or your kids' party? That was yours? Whoever's
was that I think that was my party, but the kids' parties be just as
I was just
turned
about to say, everybody was having a good time. Kids had there were animals. It was like a farm. I'm like, where the fuck am I at? The zoo? Shit was lit.
Oh, man.
Big ass
Oh, you
house.
talking about the kids' birthday party?
I don't know whose party it was, but I was there and the kids was there and we was
She
all
has a
partying.
party, kids have a party. It's all turned up.
Yeah, you have to party with your kid. I mean, because I'm not going to leave them out. So they could just see. I mean, they had their section and, you know, they had the petting zoo and I had the bouncers. And then for the adults, you know, we had the fun stuff for us too. But yeah, my kids, they know what's going on.
Okay.
They know mommy like to have a good time.
Well, what did it look like when you and Kevin decided, okay, enough is enough? You know, like this spillage into, you know, the public forum needs to be reined back in. Like, what did that conversation look like? Who reached out to who? Like, yo, we gotta tighten up the ship.
Ooh, well, I actually reached out to his wife.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I was like, I said, I cannot keep doing this.
Yeah.
I was like, this has got to stop.
Yeah.
You know, and she was just like, I feel you, I understand. And that's what I did. I reached out to her because I was like, you know, for some reason I really couldn't get through to him. So I was like, the next best thing is to reach out to her. And right before I did that, I got on my knees and I was like, God, I need you to help me. Like, I'm done. You need to show me how real you really are.
That is maturity.
Wow.
And
That is big.
I'm sitting here. I'm
got
telling you,
up.
I've known Torrei for years. I ain't never asked her.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and I got up from praying, and the first thing that came to me was call Aniko.
Wow.
And that's what I did.
So how'd that conversation, was she surprised that you called?
You know, I think so, but I told her, I said, I'm calling in peace. I said, this is a call that's calling in peace, and I said, we have to squash this. You know, I said, we really have to end this. I was like, you know, I don't know if you've talked to him. I said, but I don't like where this is going, and we have to fix it. And that's it.
Damn.
Yeah.
So when you all first got together, was there ever a meeting with the three of you to sit down and say, okay, let's figure this out? Or how did that dynamic happen?
You know what? There was never really no official meeting, anything like that.
Really?
About a first impression.
No, yeah. I wasn't open to it. So, you know, I'll admit I wasn't going to be open to it anyway. You know?
But now that I've seen images of the birthday parties, because this was my thing. Again, I know Torrei, I don't know Kevin. I do like Kevin. I've met him a few times, and you've never said a bad word about Kevin.
Yeah.
Ever. Never. And you know, sometimes you get around your friends, you be like, that nigga ain't shit.
Yeah.
She's never, ever said a bad word.
He's a good guy.
No, and I've never heard a bad word about him.
We just ain't work out romantically.
So I've seen pictures of Nico and your children. How did she ask for permission to start posting pictures with
Never.
you and her and your children?
Never.
Because because
Oh,
no
yeah,
matter
no,
how
In the beginning,
no matter how friendly you get, bitch got a picture with my kid.
Somebody, that could be offensive. It really
Yeah.
could.
How did you take that when you...
Well, in the beginning, it hurt. I'm not gonna lie. It was very hurtful to see my kids with another woman. You know, but what I did was like I said, I had to dig deep again. Let me give you a little background about myself.
Okay.
My grandmother started a church. She was a minister, a very strong woman. My two aunts are ministers. 3 uncles are ministers. So I know how to get and tap into God when I need to. And that's what I did. I really just used my upbringing and dug deep and just really asked God to humble my spirit. Whatever you're taking me through this journey for a reason, because there's a big outcome happening for me. I already knew it. So I was like, okay, this is a part of my story. So I just humbled myself and I took it. And I was like, okay, I'm going to take it. I'll just take it right now. I'm not going to, go and do what most people do and start writing stuff and do all that, because I was like, that's only going to fuel the fire even more. It's not going to work. So I just took it, and eventually I was able to deal with it. I asked God to cover my heart and to pretty much cover it and help me to get through it. And once he did that, I was like, oh, okay, it's not so bad. Actually, I was like, okay, so I just added it as I got another babysitter to help me with the kids. When I got my auditions and I got stuff to do, I had to flip it and say, okay, I just have more help.
Do you think the kids liked her, or they had to grow to like her, or was it same way with you? Was it just how first, like, they was trying to adapt to everything? Did they ever come and say, Mom,
My kids are very, very, smart with their word choices. So they never really said much. And like I said, they were kind of young too.
Gotcha.
But, they always let me know mommy's first. Mom, you are our only mom, and that's just what it is. So that's their way of saying, you ain't got to worry about anything.
Beautiful. That's dope.
So when Tina Turner left Ike, she kept Turner, you kept Hart.
Hell yeah.
So what?
Hell yeah, I kept Hart, and I'm going to keep Hart. And even if I
I just want my
remarry, it's
name.
going to get hyphenated.
Because you earned it.
I'm a Hart. He gave me the name. If you ain't want me to keep it, then you should have never gave it to me.
Yeah.
And that's
That's
just how
deep.
I feel. And not to mention, my son came to me one day and was like, Mom, what's your name? And I was like, Torrei. And he was like, no, what's your full name? I said, Torrei Hart. He was like, oh, so you're still a Hart? I said, yes. He said, please don't ever change your name, Mom. And I said, honey, I'm not. Me and you, we're Harts. Me, you, Heaven, we're the three amigos. It ain't never going to go nowhere. So,
Yeah, I love your relationship with your children. And I
Yeah.
like
So
the fact
beautiful.
that you can.
And Kevin doesn't want me to, change.
Yeah.
He's never came to me and asked me, it's just what's understood ain't got to be said. And that's just why it ain't never been talked about.
Wow.
Wow, that's amazing. Like your kids seem to be some really
I had the
well
pleasure of meeting them
rounded
one
human
time.
beings.
Yeah. One time I met her kids, and I'm talking about a ball full of joy on
Yeah.
10,
Yeah.
funny. Heaven's so articulate for her age. It
Yeah.
really, it shocked me.
I'm just mad I haven't been invited to any birthday parties because the birthday parties was lit as hell. I'm looking at her
The
birthday
next
parties.
one,
I'm
when Hendrix
texting
starts.
my father like, y'all niggas ain't never did no shit like this for me. Okay, so when you heard that Anika was pregnant, did it bother you?
You know what? At first, I had a little jolt, and I was like, oh, but I kind of felt like it was going to happen
Happen
anyway. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like, okay, it's here. But my kids were so excited about it, and I was with them that I was just like, okay, they're excited. They have a little brother that's coming. So let me just be just as excited as they are.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. She has a great attitude.
That's the
Yeah,
power of the
but it's
Lord.
not going to change.
Yeah.
Nothing's going to change. So I'm not going
I
to
mean, I
walk
was
around
hoping-
bitter and block my blessings.
I was hoping for a Diary of a Mad Black Woman situation,
no.
rolling up, pulling shit off racks, burning houses down. Shit, I'm like, where Tyler Perry at? Let's get another movie going.
No.
I think that they've set a really good example of two people who understand that at the end of the day, children would be the pawns in the whole
Yeah.
situation, and a lot of people they don't handle things the same way.
I wish me and my daughter's mother had the type of relationship you and Kevin do because that's the hardest thing to do is sometimes when you put the kids at the pawn and put them in the hot seat and it makes a lot of shit bad, either
It'll
good or
destroy
bad.
them. I've seen it. And that's
Yeah.
the one thing I was like, I don't want my kids to not be happy kids.
So what about Laura Govan and Gilbert Arenas? Clearly they're very active on social. You're active on social media. We're all friends. It's Hollywood.
I'm friends with both of them,
It's
right?
all Hollywood. I won't say, okay. So I was friends with Laura and then we interviewed her here at the show. She said she felt like she was Nicole Brown Simpson, OJ's wife who got murdered by OJ. That nigga's getting out. But
Gilbert murdered her?
no,
She felt like
she was going to be murdered.
Oh, shit.
Then I met Gilbert at Melissa's house, who had stopped over because they're friends.
Yeah.
We're all friends. He was actually really nice. I'm like, damn, Gilbert's hella cool.
Yeah.
When you see their relationship play out online, what do you think? I mean, because you've been through all of that. What do you think?
I hate it because our kids are best friends. My daughter and their daughter are best friends. Our sons are great friends, and I hate it. Those kids are at my house probably every other weekend. Just like my kids, Laura's picking my kids up from school today. So I hate to see it because I'm friends with both of them, and it breaks my heart because I see the effect is on the children. It breaks my heart.
But I mean, what is that like? Sorry to cut you, but what is that like? Do you overhear the kids talking about stuff that they've seen their parents say to each other on social media? 'Cause, I mean, honestly, everybody wants to know that. How are the kids, digesting all of that, just viciousness that's said between the two of them online for all of us to see?
Well, I will say this. I don't want to speak on their situation.
Right, yeah.
But I will say that I have noticed how it can affect the children. And, like I said, I'm friends with both of them. So I've heard both sides. And I mean, the media has heard both sides. But I will say they're both excellent parents. And I just wish Gilbert and Laura, I'm telling y'all straight up, I just wish that y'all could work it out and just make it work because it's not worth it. This small little moment in time, I mean, you think about it, 50 years from now, nobody cares.
Because the Instagram post and the news, that also lives forever. Your kids gonna Google it, people gonna see it.
Yeah.
How do you deal with social media? So now that you're not with Kevin anymore, do you feel like, because I feel like sometimes social media is unfair.
Yeah.
For example, I didn't really know the history of your relationship in terms of like how long you've been together. You are the mother of his 2 children. You were his girlfriend, then his wife, or his fiance, then his wife. You stuck with him through the trenches of his career. And so however the cards played out, do you feel that sometimes because the marriage didn't work out, that social media, not knowing all of that, judges or is a little harsh?
Well, of course. I mean, but it is what it is. It's social media. If I didn't want to deal with it, I wouldn't be on social media. I also feel like, though, with everything that goes on, it's allowed me to build my platform because I have a lot of women who reach out to me every single day. I mean, my DMs are full of women who's like, thank you for inspiring me. I mean, there was one time where a woman was ready to kill herself because her husband left her for his assistant. And she said, listening to your story helped me get through it. And what I did was she hit me up on Facebook. I never go to Facebook. And she was like, I want to kill myself. Please reach out to me, please. I called this woman up and prayed with this woman. And to this day, we're still in touch with each other. And I said, listen, honey, ain't no man worth your life. Like, they come, they go. He can't take your kids. He threatened to take her kids. I said, he can't take your kids from you. I was like, you have the power. You have to understand your power. I was like, it's okay. The relationship didn't work out. So what? Life goes on. And so from that moment on, I already knew that God was setting me up with a platform. So now it's my responsibility. I feel like it's my responsibility to keep a level head, to stay positive, to stay focused, to reach out to these women. I speak on a lot of panels and I talk to women. I do relationship counseling. I mean, I can't tell you how many friends come to me every day for relationship counseling. So it's that's just what I do now.
See, and different people take different paths because Laura just did Ayanna fixed my life, and then we booked her at the strip club the other night. People was like, what the fuck? Ayanna didn't fix her life. She at the strip club.
Why she can't go to a strip club, though? I hate stuff like, why can't she go and see some strippers if she wants to see some
and
strippers?
earn some money to take care of her kids?
Thank you.
Right.
People so judgmental. Oh, I can't stand it.
I call them the morality police.
Like, like, shut up.
So
strippers need love, too.
Exactly.
Like, what's
stripper
wrong
lives
with
They
you?
trying to get through college too.
Strippers' lives matter. Okay, so when she gets in the car, I go, man, I thought Ayanna fixed your life. People aren't happy. She started laughing. So we've kind of seen what's played out, and we talked a little about what's played out in their divorce. When you and Kevin divorced, what does that process look like? You're in the room with this man who you see as that's my man, but he's a mega superstar. Do you sit back and think,
oh, I was cussing his ass out. Matter of fact, I'm surprised I didn't get locked up. He had a good ass attorney, man. I was like, actually, me and his attorney are friends now. I was like, bitch, why I ain't find you before he did? Because she was a good attorney. So, I was just looking like, I couldn't stand him. I was just looking at this Hollywood ass nigga.
and you're sitting in the room.
The nigga make some money. Look at him. He had his shades on. I was like, ooh, I want to whip his ass.
That's hilarious.
Oh, I was pissed. I lunged at his attorney, the judge. I mean, it was a shit show. I could have been in the courtroom. I was pissed because I was like, she tried to paint me as just a woman who sits around and collects checks. I was like, ho, he ain't have shit when I got with him.
Come on.
Like, come on. I had the money.
Come on.
Like, what are we doing here?
T.I. and Tiny.
That's messy.
It's getting really bad.
I never saw this coming.
I thought it was just for ratings. I really thought it was fake.
It's real out here.
Oh, damn.
I never seen this coming. What do you think about it?
I hate it.
So what's she supposed to say? I love it.
I want to know what she.
I hate when families break up, period. So, I mean, I don't want to see this.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, come on.
So what advice would you give Tiny preparing for divorce court against a superstar that may have a couple dollars left?
That's hilarious.
Stay prayed up and just stay focused, stay positive, and get everything you can. Because shit is over. Just get everything you can. This is war. Baby, this is war. So you better go for the win.
Wait, so when you were in that room with the attorneys and jumping across tables and all that, which is so crazy, does it really feel like war? Like,
Hell
are you really
yes.
fighting for everything that
You're
you
fighting
can?
for everything that you think you deserve. And, it got to a point after that, I kind of was like, you know what? I'm just letting it, because I was losing myself. Like that day when she was like, all she does is sit around and get her nails done. And I was like, bitch.
You said that?
Like, I did. I jumped
You
up.
doubt that for a second,
Like,
Gio?
Listen, I tried to tell y'all
Yeah.
be looking at these Instagram posts of Torrei Hart talking about Jesus is Lord and
because
kumbaya.
Jesus still is Lord. But if somebody trying to take something from from me. That you talking about my livelihood,
Yeah.
and I work very hard. So don't make me seem like I'm just a chick that doesn't work.
Because every single time we put Laura Govan on Instagram with a new outfit because she stays fly.
Yeah.
And I think that after divorce, people on social media expect you to be looking miserable and depressed and sad. You should be fly, right?
Yeah.
But then they condemn you for the same thing.
They go for
Yeah.
her.
Yeah.
So what do you think? Do you think, that's what I was asking earlier. Do you think like there's a sort of preparation that needs to take place for social media when you're going through that kind of divorce? Like, were you prepared for social media?
No,
You weren't.
I wasn't. Not at all.
What'd the worst of it look like?
The worst of the divorce?
Like the worst of social media's
Comments.
commentary on what the fuck was going on in probably the worst moment of your life. What was the worst of it? Like what really hurt you?
That I was bitter, move on. How you gonna tell me when I should move on from a man that I was with since I was 20 years old? That's all I knew.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I my whole 20s was with this man.
Yeah. Right.
So how you gonna tell me to move on when that's all I knew?
Right.
Like, come on,
Not
that's
that
not
easy.
fair.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then I kept seeing him everywhere. I probably could have moved on a lot faster, but the nigga was
Yeah.
everywhere. He
Everywhere.
was popping up on my radio. I'm like, gosh, damn. He popped up on you. Do y'all remember when Right Along came out? He popped up on the freaking Mac Quest. I was like, I can't escape him.
That's the worst.
He's everywhere.
You can't move on when you can't get away from
I
him.
mean, he was everywhere.
Billboards everywhere.
Well, listen-
And then even when I met Giovanni, he came over like, let's do a Vine together, Tori. It's gonna be about Kim. I'm like, God damn it, I can't even do my thing.
I didn't know that was that fresh.
A lot of people didn't know. I'm an actress. I started off, we met in a theater arts class. You know, I've been doing this since I was a kid. So it just, he blew. So it's like, damn, I can't even do my thing.
Did you ever feel like you disappeared in the shadow of his celebrity?
Not really, because like I said, we had a national commercial together. We shot a TV pilot together. I worked on him on a few things. The pilot didn't get picked up.
No, but I mean
unfortunately,
you,
but,
Torrei Hart, the person. Because I would
Damn.
feel like some fans would side with the celebrity, not Kevin Hart, but the
for
celebrity
sure. Yes. Yeah.
over what's really happening.
Yeah, I did feel that way. I did, because a lot of them didn't even know. And, you know, and I was like, well, damn, you know, a lot of his jokes were built on me and his family too.
Yeah,
so I'm
yeah.
like, you know, y'all somewhere trying to hate me, but y'all wouldn't have got a lot of funny material had it not been for me.
Right.
Amen.
So let's talk
yeah.
about you acting. Okay, so what started your passion for acting? I mean, like, what was it that, because you could have been anything.
Yeah.
I mean, she was a bartender, you were a firefighter, a pet collector, you were fucking.
Worked for the CIA.
Shit.
Yeah.
Damn, you like me. I was
Professional
all that
dog
well, I wasn't
walker.
no CIA, but girl, I did a lot. I did a lot of stuff too. I'm a vet too. I was in the military. I
Were you really?
Oh,
Really?
wow.
Yeah, Army.
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
Army
happy
vet.
Memorial Day. Well, we didn't
Yeah.
even, we should have celebrated
I
you
didn't
this
know that.
weekend.
Well, that's for the fallen. That's for the soldiers
Okay.
who died
Yeah.
in battle.
Oh, well, I'm glad we
Yeah,
ain't
so
celebrate.
Veterans Day
I'm glad
would
we
be
ain't
more for
celebrating
me.
you.
Yeah. Veterans Day would be more for me. But yeah, so I mean, and I guess that comes with being an actress, right? You try all these different things and you enjoy. I was a phone sex operator.
Get out
And
of
No,
that
you
was one
were
of
not.
my favorite
Get
jobs.
outta here.
Yes.
No, you
I
were
loved
not.
it.
Okay, we're gonna ask you to do a little demonstration. Maybe just the beginning of the call. Maybe not all the way into where he's about to jizz, but maybe the beginning of the call.
Yeah.
So, what are you wearing? I don't know. How
No,
does
let's go.
Tori's like a sister. I'm gonna have to look this
Is
up.
this 1-800 Love Me Down? Just
Yes, it is. How may I help you?
oh yeah, what's up? This is Craig. Who I'm talking to?
This is Tanisha, and I'm sitting here in my little short skirt, and I got my pigtails. What would you like, Daddy?
Shit, whatever you got.
So did you literally do that, Torrei?
I made a lot of money.
You have a really nice voice.
Yes, I did. It was fucking fun.
Right.
I could turn into characters.
Would you be like doing random stuff like filing your nails? And
I would be sitting up in my bed doing just random stuff, drinking, watching TV, laughing. Somebody say something, then I gotta,
Because you can work from anywhere.
You can work from anywhere. And this was, when phone sex lines was really popping. I mean,
Right.
you can't make no money off of it now, but
Right.
this is when I had first got to Hollywood too. So I was like, I gotta make some money.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I didn't know that about you. Okay.
I wish I'd had a job like that. I never thought to do
Well,
that.
we can start it through Hollywood Unlocked. We can start a Hollywood Unlocked sex.
Well, no, now you
website.
guys webcam girls.
It's too much
okay,
going
so
on.
Melissa,
Yeah.
now you gotta be.
You
gotta be
no,
busting it
Yep,
open.
Yeah.
yep, no, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. You might see me at Girl Collection, if I can get myself up on a pole. Those
And
bitches got
nothing-
strength.
Shit. And nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that at all.
Yeah, I don't judge.
None. None whatsoever.
So is it wrong for me? Like, I feel guilty at times because I would go back to this real quick. I look at Aniko. I like Aniko from Instagram.
Yeah.
But I feel conflicted because I'm your friend. Am I okay? Is it okay to like her, or should I be like,
Real
I ain't
question.
fucking with that bitch?
Nah, nigga, you my friend. No, I'm just
Okay, so
No, it's fine. You like who you want to like.
okay, so let's talk about some of your projects. So
Okay.
let's talk about some of the things that people may have seen you in, and for those that didn't, let's introduce them to those.
Okay, well, of course, I was on a reality show called Atlanta Exes. Me, Usher's ex-wife, Neo Magnetta, Tamika Raymond, Christina Johnson.
all the exes.
Yeah, it was called Atlanta Exes. So
Let me ask you a question about that. So when did that come about? Did you decide to do that to try to show people the other side of what was happening, like who you were? Like
I did.
Yeah. Jason asked, did you feel like you became invisible and just the ex-wife of the celebrity you wanted to say, no, I got a motherfucking name. It's Torrei Hart, and
Yeah.
I am a person. You know?
I did. And you know what's so sad though, Melissa? Because I had to go to Atlanta to shoot. I even took them to the improv studios where I found improv studios out there so I could do my craft class. They didn't show none of that. And you know why? Because there was no drama.
Yeah.
Right.
So I was like, shit, okay, had I known what I known, I would have made sure some drama popped off during that scene so
Yes.
then they could have saw that side of me.
Yeah.
But I will say they did help me launch my product, which unfortunately is no longer because I'm in the middle, Skimpy's of a lawsuit, but it's okay. Because I'm about to launch another new product, hair care line, which is named after my daughter, Heavenly, and Heavenly Natural Hair Care. So, nothing stops. I just always keep going.
Gotcha.
So yes, that's the next big thing, launching July 4th.
Oh, that's dope. That's
Yes.
great. That's great. I mean, I've got an afro. I've got natural hair.
I got you, girl.
I haven't
I'ma send you
relaxed
some
in 12
products.
years. I would love to try it out.
Yes, I got you. All natural based.
I was away one
Gluten-free.
weekend. I was one way weekend, and she was hosting the show with some girls, and she had her natural hair out, and I thought she was at a Black Lives Matter rally. What the fuck is going on?
I had a T-shirt with my picture
With
with,
the
an
same-
afro on.
Yeah.
And
Good
I had
for
my
you.
afro. Yeah, I almost put I have a pic with the fist.
Okay.
I almost put that right in there.
Good for you.
Almost. But
No.
then I
You
thought
Said I have a
people would-
pick with the fist. You know that?
Because I hate that they, you know what I'm saying? It's like this, a lot of people ask me why I went natural, like, I'm like, I'm just lazy. Honestly, it just gives me extra time to sleep. And, I just really don't like doing my hair that much. But now that I got into it, I'm really feeling the movement. And so, that's how I got into it.
That's another reason why I rock the
Yeah.
Senegalese twists a lot, because I'm a
Yeah.
lazy bitch. Lazy.
It's too much other stuff going on.
Exactly.
To worry about waking up every day, getting a weave,
Yeah.
and doing this, and then got flat iron, and then if it too
Yeah.
much humidity.
So Melissa's allegedly 40 years old now, and
Well,
she's
she's goddamn beautiful. And
And
guess what?
gorgeous.
40 looks excellent.
but she's at
Yes.
a point. She's at a point in life now where she's debating on whether or not she should have kids. At 40, do you think a woman if she doesn't have any kids? She has a dog.
No secret
Has a
kids.
dog
I
named Daisy.
I do have a dog.
No secret kids.
Yeah, no secret kids.
So should Melissa have a kid at 40? What do you think? My mother had a kid at 40, but my mother was not.
I know. We talked about that.
Okay,
Yes,
where
I
you
know.
were.
Yes, I know.
Well, I mean, Janet just had one at 47.
Dang.
You know what I'm saying?
said it.
I think.
Was she 47 or 50?
Well, she's 50 now, I think. So she
Her
had
kid-
the
she
Oh
just
well,
had her
shoot. Well
kid.
then,
She was
well then
50.
49. That's even.
baby's like a year now.
Really?
Is it
so.
a year?
Already?
I might
Something.
be wrong.
I
Listen,
don't know.
I know I'm the fact checker. Hold on, let me check some facts. God damn it.
While she's
Keep on,
looking for
let's keep on
that,
going.
would you do you see yourself having
Well, that
more
was going to be
kids?
my segue after Melissa
have to
answered
do
her
it.
question, but go
No,
ahead.
You're done.
I'm done.
Finito.
I'm finished.
Like,
My kids are 12 and 9. I'm living my life.
Are
Jason,
you-
you see, I be living my
Are you
life.
medically
living your
finished,
life.
or are you just
No,
done?
I'm probably pregnant. I could be. I don't know. I be popping Plan B pills.
Yeah.
No, but no, I just don't want anymore. I'm living life. Like I'm
Yeah.
actually okay with, the 3 days I get off a week. I can just go and just live. So
You at that prime
I have a
right now.
boy, I have a girl.
Perfect combination.
I'm good.
So you have the kids 4 days. He has the kids 3 days.
Well, I mean, we try, but he's traveling a lot. So, and when he's traveling, I take them. But if I have stuff to do, he takes them. Like, we have a really good system. Yeah, the court, we don't even abide by that.
Dang,
Yeah.
God bless that.
Okay, so I made a
situation.
mistake. The baby's only like 5 months old.
Yeah. I was
Okay.
like, what are you talking? Like you aged Janet's baby in 2 years.
Listen, let me tell you something. So much happens in a fucking day. I was like, that kid must be like 40 now. So I don't know.
Now, do you think?
My bad.
Do you think? I think Janet Jackson's a scammer. Do you think Janet Jackson is a scammer?
Listen to why.
Because listen, she married this man who's a billionaire.
Yeah.
Her prenup said if she stays with him for 5 years, she gets half of what he has.
Yeah.
She stayed with him 5 years, had a baby, left him 5 years and 2 months. Scammer.
No, he was doing some bad things in those 5 years.
What was he doing?
She was fed up. Okay, she was fed up.
That's in the divorcee.
But she just said, I'm going to hold out for these.
Irreconcilable differences. It was done.
Apparently, he's not ever going to date a black man again.
Black
woman
woman.
again.
What?
Yeah.
I was thinking of David McIntosh, my bad.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just think it is what it is. Shoot, get him before he get you.
Which leads me, is there a man in Miss Torrei Hart's life right now?
There was one.
Do you know who his ex-manager is?
She
Yeah.
the one that Damn, she laughing from her soul on that.
She did take a pause
That's
like,
how
nigga,
I
what?
met him. Duh.
Yeah, he was managing both of us.
Yeah.
Wait, everybody was going to ask who.
We don't need to mention
She's not going to say his name.
Okay, let's call him Voldemort.
Let's
Yeah,
leave it
Voldemort
nameless.
Gretzky.
So back to the question. You got a boo right now?
You know, I'm just doing me.
hell is that?
I don't claim nobody.
Okay, so I guess you and Jamal are no more. Or
I
you
mean,
guys
we're
just like
friends.
seeing where it's going.
I was going to say
We're
Faith Evans
friends.
is my favorite artist.
Yeah, we're friends.
Faith
Who-
Evans.
who?
Faith Evans used
No.
to be married to Biggie.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
ask you that, Jamal. Oh,
Yes, he played the notorious.
You know
B.I.G.
what? I
in the
met
movie.
him. He kind of rubbed me the wrong way.
Really?
Yeah, he
No,
wasn't very
Jamal
welcoming.
Jamal?
Yeah.
He
That
might
dude,
have had
right?
a
Yeah.
bad day, Gio.
well,
For God's sake, maybe
I
his
give
fucking
everybody
cat
one.
died.
I give everybody one. So
Not
next time
Jamal.
around,
I mean,
I'm gonna go
every
up to him and
man
see
you
how he
meet
is now.
isn't going to fall in love with you.
Shut the fuck up, Jason. First off, somebody introduced me to him because I'm kind of important, and that's how I met him.
Lies and
I'm glad
stereotypes.
y'all-
I'm
that's actually-
gonna call him soon. I'm gonna be like, yo,
No,
Wait, so are
yeah.
you two are dating now or no?
we're friends.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you were very public with him at one point. So when did you friend zone him?
No, we've always been friends. People just assume stuff.
Right.
That's like my homie. We're actually working on a project together called Turn. So we met on set, and from there it just
And he's in the new All Eyes on Me movie. That's crazy.
yeah.
Okay, so we were talking in Vegas this weekend because I was saying that I was pitching something to LOL, which is Kevin
Yeah.
Hart's new network. And you were saying you have a project at LOL. Can you talk about it?
I mean, I can, yeah.
Okay,
It's
talk
a prank show.
I think it's fucking genius.
Yeah, prank my ex. And I had pitched Kevin a few ideas before that, and he's no. And he liked this idea.
So do you follow normal protocol and go through the office, or do you just call
Hell
him?
no. Listen, nigga.
But I love Tori because I don't call for favors. I think one time I needed to reach Kevin for something. It was something for Floyd, and you were like, him and Floyd know each other. So I said, well, shit, I just go through Floyd. I forgot
Yeah.
what it was, but
Yeah.
I like that I had said I was pitching something to LOL, and you were like, send it to me, I'll send it through.
No, because
You're not that Hollywood person because people out here, they'll be your friend, but really won't help lift you up or they won't support you. And you're not that person.
No, I could never be. I'm from Philly. I could never, ever be Hollywood. I mean, I'll play the game, but I'm not, at the end of the day, if I like you, if I mess with you, then I think we all should win.
Yeah.
Like, I want everybody to win.
I agree.
Wait,
Yeah.
I want to hear more about this prank my ex. What's the premise?
Because
of it?
he wanted to go after Yezi Ortiz, his ex.
She was through the storm with me on that.
Oh, I was,
So you know about the restraining order and all that. Okay.
Yeah.
She was.
I was trying.
No, I know, but after that shit sizzled and fizzled out, she helped get me back on my feet spiritually and mentally because I was
That's
going
why I
through
said
it.
people come to me now for relationship advice because they're like, how do you did it? And I love it. I love seeing people uplift.
So where's the book?
I was about to say, next up
Oh,
is
that's
the
coming
book.
too.
Okay, well, shit.
Let me name it when you do it, though.
That's coming.
What's the title gonna be called? I don't give a fuck and you shouldn't either.
Well, that's a good title. I like that.
You
no,
should have
I love
that.
that.
No, because if she's gonna get on the View, it gotta be something a little bit less.
I was trying to be funny. Fuck.
I was hurt once in my life. Now I'm better.
Okay.
Here's how I did it.
Okay, all the viewers are saying, "What the fuck is she doing on LOL?" Going back to that.
Oh, okay. So
Prank My Ex.
So prank my ex. So it's a show about pranking your ex, and it's funny, it's lighthearted, it's nothing malicious or anything like that, and it's just bringing exes together in a good way. So you go out and you do it. You're pranking your ex.
Nice.
Pretty simple. Yeah. The title alone is what it is.
And so you start
he
shooting
loved
when you start shooting that.
July. Yeah.
I got an ex that I'd like to prank, but he's in jail.
We can't.
You can still get it done.
do that.
In all honesty,
Maybe
that's
I
who
could
I think you're going to end
Have
up
a
with,
chick-
because you talk about him
No,
a lot.
but you know what would be
I
interesting?
hope he don't end up with no jailbird.
No,
He's really cute, though.
If I am gonna if I am gonna prank my ex in jail, though, you know what would be funny is if I got locked up and put in the same cell.
That's hilarious.
That would be funny. I wonder how you make that work. Can you do that with a jail? Will they participate in TV? Oh.
Yeah, that's not going to work. Why don't you just call him and say you're straight?
Because
That's a prank.
well, first of all, I can't call him because he's in jail.
And say we're having a baby. I don't know.
Right.
Like we're getting married, we're having a
Been in
baby.
jail
I don't
for
know.
2 years.
That would be hilarious. Okay,
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay, so
But
what?
I've been
what
known
was
to
funny
turn
is I
gay
wish
men
Jason
straight.
was straight because I used to think Jason was so damn cute.
We are not
with
gonna
those
go there.
big hands, and I used to be like, Jason, you sure you not straight?
Listen, this girl slid in my DM the other day. She was like, "Okay, nigga, I know you gay, but I'd still fuck." I was like, "Please stop messaging me." Too
I
much.
don't understand why girls do this. Like his DMs are popping with women who
Yeah.
are literally trying to be
Listen,
the
because
one.
most of they men are leaving them for me.
Damn, bro.
We live
Please
in-
let me know.
Oh, you know I would.
if-
I would call you. I don't tell people business, but I would
All
definitely
right.
give
Let
you that
me
warning.
know.
So I would call you and be like, Torrei.
Okay, let me know.
Okay, so what is one of the biggest misunderstandings you think people have of you?
Oof. I don't know, Giovanni. Can you answer that?
Maybe that you're a doormat, because that would be a misconception. You are,
think
like
probably-
I said, a firecracker.
I think probably that you're
Cute as a button.
people probably before they get a chance to really talk to you, probably they can assume that you're an asshole, like B word.
Really?
Yeah,
A bitch.
because you have a very strong strong aura, intimidating aura.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
will say that. And little do they know, I'm the hostess with the Moses. I have the most fun.
Yes.
I mean, I do have dreads, so maybe that could be the whole.
Hilarious.
I'm wearing a turban right now, but
Hilarious.
Nick Cannon.
I've never heard a bad word about you here in Hollywood, and
Either, but
I
I'm
keep
just
my
saying,
ear open. Yeah.
just, you know.
Yeah, we were just with Claudia Jordan in Vegas, and she like adores you. Like anytime your name comes up, nobody has anything bad to say. You're very, very well liked. I will say that.
well, I
Definitely
do
say
try to stay out of drama. I mean, I've been in a few situations, but for the most part, I do try to stay out of.
You
drama.
like you got them hands too.
I mean, I've beat up a few people in my day. I've been in juvie. I mean, I thought I was G.I. Jane. I won't lie. That's why I
She
went
was
to the
in
military.
dude.
No, I mean, yeah. Probably they think I'm just this, I don't know, this misconception is that I don't get down like that. But no,
Yeah.
I will get down like that in a minute.
So
I have to.
do your kids say anything about the current state of our country with the president? I'm just gonna ask really quick about Donald Trump, because they can't have you come through here without asking you what
Yeah,
you
we
think
ask
of
all our
Donald
guests
Trump.
about Donald Trump.
And what do your kids ever ask anything about politics?
Well, Heaven was really scared. She was like, if he becomes president, Mom, I'm moving. And I was like, where? Where are you going, little girl? Like, you're not going anywhere. But, she's okay with it now. She is scared of ISIS. I will say that much. Because, ISIS was supposed to bomb Vegas. So she was really, really worried about that. But, I
forgot all about that this weekend.
Yeah, they were supposed to. And she was like, they're here? And I was like, you ain't got nothing to worry about. But, I just think it is what it is. He's president. We can't change that unless he gets impeached or he resigns, which we all know his head's too big to resign. So I'm just waiting to see what he does.
Right.
I really am.
For all of the people out there that are actresses or models or comedians or whatever that want to break into this business, what is one word of advice you would give them?
It ain't easy. So you better work your ass off. And it doesn't happen overnight. It don't happen in a year. It don't happen in 2 years. I mean, some things could happen, but and even if it does, you got to keep pushing, because easy come, easy go. So I'm glad things are happening later for me in life.
Amen.
And I asked you in Vegas, I said, was there ever a time, because I told you I was watching Kevin's story, was there ever a time that he wanted to quit? Did you ever have to talk him off the ledge?
Oh yeah, I mean, we had those conversations, and and he kept pushing, he kept going, but he's not a quitter, but you do have those moments where you think that it's not going to happen, but then you'll get a call. Like right before, I was late because I got a call from my agent about something great that's about to happen. So I had to talk to her. So, and I have those moments where I'm like, well, I feel like I work hard. I'm funny. I'm on stage. I'm doing this. I have my platform. So why aren't I where I need to be? And then boom, I get a call. So I just feel like you just always have to keep it pushing and never quit. That's it.
Real life question. Yeah. So how do you feel about marriage? Do you believe that it will ever happen for you again? What's your ideas about marriage? Do you think it's necessary, or is just like love is love and whatever?
I'm kind of jaded about it.
Yeah.
To be honest with you. I'm really jaded.
Yeah. That's understandable.
I mean, if it does, it does. I'm not looking for it. That's for sure. I kind of like doing my own thing. I like being able to be free, and if I want to date this guy, I'll date him. If
being single is pretty fucking awesome.
Yeah, I don't really need to be married again. Been there, done that. Why I want to wash your dirty drawers again and cook you square meals a day and do all this? Like, no, I don't want to do it. I have kids. What can you give me?
And there's too many young niggas out here.
And these young niggas is fine. Yes. So,
what do your DMs look like right
now?
Yeah,
it's a lot of riffraff. It's not the most.
Not the rapper.
You said what?
Not the rapper, riffraff.
No, not. God no. Please. I hope not. No, but it is one guy who I'm excited about going on this date with. But yeah,
you can tell us.
He's young.
No, I can't.
Is he a celebrity?
He is, yeah.
Okay, so you didn't meet him on Tinder.
On Tinder? No, but I've been on Tinder.
Isn't it like a wasteland?
I go on it when I'm bored. Because I'm like, let me see what I could go shopping for today.
Kind of, that's what it feels like. I feel like I'm window shopping for some new shoes. Yeah. But it's like going to DSW, you know what I'm saying?
But I never do anything. I just do it and then it's like, whatever.
That reminds me, I forgot to hit up this guy from...
Actor guy you talking about.
Who?
He's in a movie?
He's trying to get in your business.
Yeah, I'm trying to see what it is.
Oh, I'm not telling. No, you might as well not even ask.
Listen, I was just at I know who it is. I was just in New York last week at The View, and Chelsea, I called her Chelsea lately on the show the other day. It's Chelsea
I'm sure
Handler.
she gets that a lot.
Chelsea Handler was talking about she was on Tinder and how and Whoopi was just like, what, using your face. She was like, well, of course, like I want them to know it's me. Like it gets me more traffic. So does it bother? Do people know you when they hit sliding your DM?
Yeah, for sure. And they're like, is this really you? And I'm like, yeah, it's me.
I'm gonna set up Tinder today.
It's just fun.
Tinder's not for. Well, no, you
I'm
can.
I'm gonna set up Tinder, but
can.
I'm gonna set my profile as a woman so it shows up in all the men's profiles, and I'm gonna go shopping.
No, they don't do that because then they gonna be pissed.
Why?
Don't do that.
That's okay.
You're hilarious.
Okay, well, where can people find you, and what do you want to leave everybody with?
Well, you can find me at Torrei Hart, TorreiHart.com, IG Torrei Hart, Facebook, everything's Torrei Hart.
Tinder.com/Torrei Hart.
Tinder. And look out for my new hair product, Heavenly Heart, coming out July 4th, Independence Day. So we setting it off.
Wait, but okay, prank my ex. Do you get to prank Kevin?
Yeah, well, he would know. I mean, he's executive producing. I think he's gonna know.
I think you're smart enough to figure it out.
Yeah. The kids, they want to do it. The kids are excited. They're like, let's get them, Mom. And I'm like, yeah, but we got to figure out how we going to do it.
Right.
Okay, well, good. Well, thank you for coming by and letting us get in your business.
Thank you, Torrei.
Thank you so much, Torrei.
Memorial Day is officially over. Shout out to all our veterans and those of you that are waking up with a strange bitch in your bed. Congratulations. It's Tuesday. Well, I don't know what day it is. It's past Memorial Day weekend.
But you survived. That's the best part.
Barely.
Yeah. You were in Vegas for the majority of it, right?
I have been in Vegas for 5 days.
I'm surprised you're alive.
You do.
Well, listen, I didn't party as hard as because I'm as I get older, I think my partying days are slowly declining.
Yeah.
But we went out there because of the grand opening of Girl Collection, Floyd's Gentlemen's Club. Nothing ceases to amaze me at this point in life. I feel like I'm that guy that, in Charlie Brown that walked with the cloud over his head.
That was Pigpen.
No.
Yes.
No?
Yes.
Was it?
Yes.
What the fuck is that?
Yeah,
Pigpen was the dirty motherfucker.
But that's the character in Charlie Brown?
I lived for Charlie Brown.
Oh.
The comics.
Well, I'm not a dirty motherfucker.
I know you're not.
I'm grimy. I am grimy. Okay, but anyways, I went out there to work. The first night we get there, Floyd says no filming. I said, okay, cool, not a problem. So we're not filming. Cameras down. I take Andrew. Shout out to Andrew who saved my life this week, and I'll tell you about that later. And Connor. So we get there. Oh, and Keith, because if I don't mention Keith's going to go on and on and on about why wasn't he mentioned because he thinks he's the next Will Smith. So fucking annoying. All All right. So anyway, we're there, and
Not Keith Powers.
no, Keith, this little yellow nigga you're gonna see in a minute.
Okay.
Floyd meets him and he goes, "I know where he met you, Instagram, huh?" I go, "Floyd, this is work. He's a part of the team." Shout out to all the Instagram thoughts. All right. So anyway, so we get there. Floyd says no filming.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So Elizabeth Ruiz, who I told you, who we've interviewed before,
Yes.
she's a dancer at Girl Collection. So
Yeah.
she's dancing on the pole.
Yeah. I saw her too.
So as she's dancing on the pole, Von Miller walks in.
No.
And I'm sitting there saying, "Okay, Lord, now I know you're going to keep on handing me gems because it's the way that the Lord works. I have to listen to my gospel music." Okay. So Von Miller walks in. So I'm trying to do the best. What's the dad's Homer Simpson and back up into the bushes where I can just disappear?
Yeah. The
I'm
Sean
like,
Spicer.
Shit is going down because, I don't have security. He got niggas with him. Shit
Yeah.
can go down.
Yeah.
But, I think at those moments, that's when I would use the gay card, right? Like when a nigga like that turns to me to go off, I'd be like, "Nigga, I'm gay." Like, you going to attack the gay guy? Like the radio guy? I'm a gay guy. Okay, but anyway, so Von Miller walks in and I'm thinking, oh shit. Nothing in me said, "Andrew, start filming."
Yeah.
Because we're not there to report on the news.
Yeah.
So Von sees
Elizabeth. Yeah.
and he like retreats from that area. He
Right.
tells security like, "I don't want to, like, she can't be over here," whatever.
Yeah.
So Elizabeth's moved, whatever. Von turns around to go upstairs to the VIP and I'm standing there. So I just go, "Hi." That was the beginning of probably the most craziest weekends I've had.
Really? That?
Well, because Odell Beckham came after. I like Odell.
Yes.
His credit card didn't work.
No.
Oh my God.
It happens though. That happens.
Yeah.
That happens to a lot
He
of
might have
us.
been traveling. And, when you go from one place to the next, different countries, then your bank is like, "Whoa, is this
Listen.
really
Where
you?"
you at?
Shout out to Odell.
Trying to give him an out.
Well, in my case, it's like, "Nah, nigga, don't try it." But shout out to Odell, who just signed one of the biggest contracts in history with Nike, right?
Yes.
$30
So we
million.
definitely know he's got a couple of coins in the bank.
But I don't know if the check went
cleared,
I don't know
right.
if the check cleared it because when the nigga swiped that shit a couple times, it's like, So, the most awkward is dichotomy, the right word I'm going to use? Situation to be in?
Dichotomous, yeah.
Okay.
Damn, okay.
Whatever.
Up and okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the dichotomous situation I found myself in was Odell Beckham, who's dancing his ass off in VIP because he's just dancing, because he's just a walking dancing machine. He's talking to the richest athlete in the world, Floyd Mayweather, about why his credit card's not working. So Floyd looks at me. I'm like, he's good for the money. It's Odell. Come on. So Odell, I said, "Odell, you got to get the party turned." He was like, "That's what I'm here to do." So I said, "Floyd, he's good."
Just
so
front him. Line of credit.
Odell went downstairs in the room. I don't know what happened, but apparently he ended up leaving. And then there was allegedly a bill
Oh.
for so I get a call from Floyd that says, "Call Odell and get $5,500 from him." So I call Odell. "Hey, good morning, Odell. You have $5,500?" He was like, "I don't own nothing. I don't know what you're talking about." So I just literally Homer Simpson out that conversation. Like, I'm out.
I have nothing to do with
But how
this.
was the club? What's the ambiance like? What the girls looking like?
The club is amazing. The women are beautiful. He actually, he flew around to different strip clubs around the world. I mean, the country, to find the right girls. And he actually has imported them in from Miami, New York, all over the place. So he has some really good looking girls. But the bigger news that I want to this is the global announcement that I think Floyd is going to invest in me opening Boy Collection,
Yeah,
Is that a
you
gay
did.
club?
a gay strip club.
I'll be there every weekend.
Would
I'll
you?
be every other weekend.
Would you?
Yeah.
I would too.
Damn.
Yeah. I'll be there every weekend.
If you did that, bro, I'd be really happy for you. That'd be big.
Well, first of all, let's talk about the interviewing process. Take off all your clothes first, because it's not really sexual harassment in that work environment, is it?
Yes.
No,
you can-
that's definitely
Yes.
that definitely qualifies as an interview process for a strip club.
Right?
Take off your clothes.
All of them.
Yes.
Everything?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. From a visual standpoint, when me and my girls go to a strip club and there's men, we don't want to see anybody chilling with Webster. We want to see freaks in your pants.
So what would you bring to an interview process for a gay strip club? A ruler? What else?
An old VHS tape
Of what?
of nothing, just as scale.
Who's going to measure a dick against a VHS tape?
You'd be
First of
surprised
all,
how many
that's
guys have done
hilarious.
that.
these young people don't even know what VHS is.
I know. I just aged the fuck out of myself.
So what you would do is you would just bring a can of Four Locos, pop that shit open, drink it, and then lay it down and measure
How
yourself.
about a St. Ides bottle?
They don't know what St. Ides is. Is that even around anymore?
Is that out too?
Yeah.
Damn,
okay.
yeah, I ain't heard that word in
Back
that term down.
back to more relevant times. So Odell's credit card and I work it. I thought that was it. Then I hook up with Kevin Hart's ex-wife, who's our tour guide.
Our tour
Who's our
guide?
guest today.
What the fuck?
No, because I'm thinking of we were getting a tour of this hotel. Anyway, I hooked up with her to go to rehab, but we didn't have any VIP passes. So I sent Keith down there to finesse our way in. So we finessed our way in. So the whole way I'm walking in, I'm there with Hazel E, which there's a whole other topic about that.
Oh,
This one over
I
here.
saw that.
So I walk in with Hazel E, and so as fans see me from Love and Hip Hop, they're like, "Oh my God, that's the guy that threw the drink in Hazel's face." Well, Hazel's right behind me, so they see Hazel and they're like, "Oh, what the fuck is going on here?" I'm like, "It's been 2 years and people have grown." But anyway, so we go there. I end up on stage with Usher, and me and Hazel and Alexis Sky, who was also on Love and Hip Hop this season, get on stage with Usher, and they're twerking. So I take the video. My phone's on 1%. It's about to die. I'm filming it on Hollywood Unlocked, and I press send, and then my phone dies.
Yeah.
I go back to check on my phone. Hundreds of comments, hundreds of thousands of likes.
Yes.
And everybody picked it up, and nobody credited me.
Damn.
Did you
On the next
watermark it?
episode of
No, I
Niggas.
couldn't watermark it because it was literally, I
Dying.
was filming as the phone was dying. As soon as I pressed send, it died.
I know that video was everywhere.
So I went on all the blogs and I was like, this is Jason, credit my shit or delete it, or I'm going to fucking make copyright infringement claims against your site. And so they started citing us.
Right.
But it was a good test to see how many of these hating ass blogs out there are following Hollywood Unlocked and not sharing our content.
And so you saw it was everybody.
Everywhere. Shout out to the Shade Room and Industry on Blast, who were two of the first to credit us. But yeah, it was just like annoying.
Yes.
Okay, so then I get to the club. Floyd says the next morning he calls me, says, I want to book everybody tonight. Just book everybody. I said, okay. You know, we're going to get Melissa, of course. We got to get Claudia Jordan was in town. She got rent due. We got, who else was in town? Nikki Baby had just landed from somewhere else. He called Laura Govan. I called Alexis was in town. Hazel was in town. Who else? Was that everybody?
Erica Mena.
Erica Mena.
Yeah.
and I threw myself in there.
Yes.
I'm officially the first man to host Girl Collection. Just want to say that for the history books.
I feel like there was one other person.
There was the girl, Glacy.
Yes.
She was on there.
Yeah. I don't think I even
Rocky
saw her.
Thunder.
Yeah, who the hell is that? That sound like a WWF.
So there were a few people. But anyway, so Erica Mena gets to the club. First of all, I have to collect everybody.
Yeah.
Let's even before we get there. Hazel E's boyfriend, Rose Burgundy, who's on this season of Love and Hip Hop, gets in a fight with Sincere Show in the lobby of the Palms.
That little nugget.
So I'm at Floyd's house. Phone rings. It's Hazel. She's like, oh my God, you're not gonna believe what happened. A fight just broke out. Rose and Sincere. I don't know what happened. I said, oh my God, where? In the lobby. I said, oh shit, that's gonna get back to Floyd. She goes, no, it's not. I took care of everything. As she's telling me she took care of everything, the phone at Floyd's house is ringing. And then I hear his assistant pick up the phone and said, we have an incident where? With who? What happened? I said, the call's already been made. I got to call you back. So a fight breaks out. Michael Blackson's ass happens to be there filming it. With commentary in the background. Ooh, this mother sucker. So that shit goes viral. So we put that up. Okay, now we're at the club. I get all the girls in the car. Everybody's there. Erica Mena comes. She's taking her long time to get there, whatever. Erica gets to the club. And I love Erica Mena. Let me start by saying I love her. She's a lot of good energy. She's always turned, and she's beautiful.
Super turned. Super
Beautiful
turned.
body. She's
Yes.
amazing.
Yes. And a lot of energy. You're right about that.
She also has a lot of conflict that goes on in her life when she meets up with bitches that she don't like. She ran into a woman, some girl, that she doesn't like, and she commits to going off on her, and then the threat of throwing a bottle in the club happened.
This is Girl Collection.
This is that Girl
The
Collection.
first. Damn, that's crazy.
So then I think she was either asked to leave or she just left. But either way, she wasn't there at the end of the night.
I knew the girl.
Charisse something.
Yeah.
What is their issue? Apparently it was something over a
No,
lawsuit.
I have no idea. I've known Charisse since she was like, you know, fuck how long? Maybe like 15 years. Her mom used to make clothes for me. So that's how I know her. So I don't know. I was like, hey girl, hey. And the next thing I see, I'm like, whoa. All right. My name is Bennett and I ain't in it.
Wow.
That was
Well, my
whole
weekend
thing.
isn't done yet.
I know.
So I'm hanging out with Alexis Sky, who's on Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. The next day I get an email and a message from this publicist who wants to pay me thousands of dollars not to run a story. I go, well, what story don't you want us to run? Because shit, every story I know about, I've already ran it. Deshaun Goldson, I believe is his name, football player, used to play for the Falcons, had just signed a $42 million contract. He got money.
Let me Google his ass. Deshaun Goldson.
I saw him. Gorgeous, darker skinned guy, football
there?
player. Yes, he was there with Alexis Sky. The wife didn't want us to run the story that he was out with another woman. Well, we're running the story, ma'am. I mean, Ashley, it's not my tendency to create lies, but it is my tendency to tell the truth.
He was at the club.
Oh, he was at the club. Not the night you were there.
Oh, okay.
This was
I was
another
like,
night.
I don't remember him.
This was another night.
I don't remember him. Okay.
So that happened between the Eric and Minna drink throwing and the
Sincere.
wanting to throw the drink, the sincere fighting. But this is what I told Floyd: when you hire Love and Hip Hop to host your establishment, you gonna get Love and Hip Hop.
What was he saying? Was he upset?
Floyd does not like conflict. I told all the girls, he don't like conflict. He don't like drama. Just come.
Now that's dichotomy for your ass.
Right.
A boxer who doesn't like conflict.
A boxer who creates shit for marketing purposes, right? So Floyd comes over, I break it down to him, and he has a security deal with it or whatever. So we get through all that. Then we go upstairs to the VIP. I'm talking to Melissa. Melissa's standing near the rail. And here comes Hazel E. and taps Melissa. And as she taps Melissa, Melissa gives me this look like, oh, not this too. Like, because there's been so much going on the whole night, right? And then here we go. Okay, so I set all that up too. You guys had a conversation. We haven't even talked about it yet, so here we are.
No. So my weekend recap was just...
No, hold
what?
on. So I'm setting it up. So you and Hazel used to be friends, and you've had your feelings about your relationship with Hazel outside of our stuff that culminated in a lot of activity that the listeners don't know. So go ahead.
Okay, so wait, Gio, what was the damn for?
Because I'm just trying to get it in my head. Like I kind of know what the history was, and then on top of that, being in Vegas, on top of that, having alcohol, and y'all. So like I'm really interested.
And the first time they've seen each other in all these years is hosting a party together.
So it could go left or right.
Well, clearly you know that I am professional at the end of the day, that nothing gets in my way of being a consummate professional and making motherfucking
paying
money.
that rent.
Exactly, and making motherfucking money. So I don't gotta like you to work with you. So yeah, I saw her name on the flyer and I was like, and what? I'm going to do what I need to do because Floyd's basically like, you know, for lack of a better even phrase or expression, he's like our boss. So I'm showing up.
He ain't my boss. That's my boss.
Okay,
my homie. Not
okay. So, you know, at the end of the day, I get along with Claudia. I get along with Laura Govan. I get along with Erica Mena. I went for the girls that I get along with, you know, and everybody else is just like, you can stay over there. I'll be right over here. And that's how it's got to be. And I had absolutely no intentions of, you know, speaking to her, communicating with her. When Hazel did come over to me, I know her as Erica. Like Erica Adams. That's who I know her.
Government.
As. That's how long we've known each other. So
for a long time.
Very long time. Yeah. Well, no, let me rephrase that. Because when you stop being friends with somebody and years go by, almost a decade, you cease to know that person anymore.
You think so?
Oh, I absolutely know so. Yeah, I don't know nothing about you, you know? So, and it's not like I'm keeping up with you for damn sure, you know? So when she came over and talked to me, you saw my face. I was like, not now, not here. Probably not ever, you know? And then everybody just the energy was crazy. Alexis Sky is in the background. Like, I'm just like, can both of you go that way? Like, I didn't come here for this shit. I came here for a motherfucking paycheck. You know, she's like adamant about speaking to me. And I was just like.
But the good part about this is the good part about it, because I didn't live through all of the history, and people that are listening to this don't even know why there's even conflict.
Basically,
but let me say this.
Okay.
What I did respect about what Hazel did, and even how she's approached me with our own conflict, is, you know, after, like you said, when you stop knowing somebody and you cease to know them after, people do grow and people do evolve in their own world. Not knowing if that's happened in her case, but I'm just saying, I think the way that I think her intentions in talking to you were pure. I think so.
I'll definitely.
Because she called me and she said, I know eventually I want to come on your show, and I know that that's your girl, and I know it ain't happening if we ain't getting along. She said that.
Yeah.
And I said, okay. And so she talked to me about her point, but we haven't talked to you. So,
right.
So for the audience that doesn't know the backstory, you want to sum it up?
You know, the backstory is that her and I were friends a long time ago. And we were friends for a while. And, you know, and I was friends with her in spite of the things that people used to say about her. Like, it wasn't, you know, just regular gossip shit. People used to warn me, you know, like, you should not be friends with this person. She doesn't have good intentions towards you. She's not a real friend. And I was of the mindset of, no one's perfect. And who are you to judge? And sometimes, you know, you have to learn by example. If I'm further ahead in my maturation process, I'm more than willing to be a really good friend and, you know, help. You know,
see the good in someone.
Yeah, exactly. And bring somebody with me, you know, and help them grow. That's my value in life. That's who I am. I can't stop that. And so, you know, I just think that goals and her values and her intentions and just her desires were kind of polluted back then. She really desired to be famous. And I've said this to her. I said this to her that night. I was just like, I just feel that your intentions were really, really negative, and I was a means to an end. And then when things went,
She said you told her that you felt she ruined your life for a couple of years.
I absolutely did. I was just like, you have no idea the effect that what you did had on me. So basically what happened was when our friendship fell apart, I exit stage left. I'm not combative. I'm not,
You don't like confrontation.
I do not like confrontation. I'm a Scorpio, which is really, really strange, but I just go radio black on your ass. Like I'm invisible. You doubt your existence with how far I go with it. And, I just decided it's a friendship that's over and I'm going to back out of it. And she had other ideas. And what she did was she just kind of launched into a campaign on social media to try to not just discredit me, but it was a vicious campaign to spread a whole bunch of like really awful, horrible rumors about me. And not only that, she engaged other people who had, who I wasn't friends with, so they gladly jumped into the fray, and I could say all their names right now, but it's not even necessary. You could probably look back in the history of Google and find it, if you dig far enough, and you'll see who was tweeting up a storm and saying these horrible fucking things about me. And what I hate is when people use something that is, partway truthful to
mask a lie.
To support a campaign of lies. And the fact of the matter is that we lived together for a short amount of time, and she used the fact that we
just to be clear, so it's not just two girls that don't like each other.
Yeah,
there's
exactly.
like a real relationship.
No. I moved to LA and I moved in with her because she already had an apartment. So I was like, well, why don't we just talk to management and get a 2-bedroom, which is what we did. I didn't know if I was going to stay in LA. This was just me trying LA on for size. So I didn't know if I wanted to make the full-fledged commitment of getting my own place and car and blah, blah, blah. So that was the way that it worked. And we probably just should never have lived with each other. And it was really, really hurtful, the things that were said about me. She basically made it seem like I fucked every single athlete from every single professional league, like MLB, NHL, NBA, NFL, like that the fucking carpet was worn down to the nub from all the goddamn traffic.
God, I
at a
wish I was in the
coin-operated
room.
bed, like seriously.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, in less than one.
And for people that don't know you internalize all that shit.
I
like
really
if somebody
do.
goes on a tirade and said I fucked Shamar Moore, Tyson Beckford, Odell Beckham, I'd be like, psh.
I wish.
Yeah.
You wish.
I'd be like, look, y'all need to stop telling everybody my business.
Yeah.
You're the complete opposite.
Yeah, and
that shit weighs you down.
It does. I internalize all of that stuff, and it was so painful because it's stuff that people would be apt to believe, like, okay, Melissa Ford, the video model, of course she got to be a hoe. Of course she got to be fucking all these people. And I was just like, in less than 1 year of living together, I had one guy come over. He cooked for me and left.
So side note, Floyd and I were trying to figure out what the title of our flyer was going to be. We had a meeting about this upstairs, right? Love and hip hop stars and video vixens. I said, Melissa ain't going to like that.
I saw it and I was just like, I'm just gonna go.
It didn't say video vixens, did it?
Yes, it did.
Did it really? Mm-hmm. Not the green flyer.
No, the one before it that Floyd had sent to me.
Not my flyer, because I said, that ain't gonna work.
Yeah. No, I was like, you know what?
Okay, but anyway, back to Hazel.
Okay,
Go ahead.
basically,
you guys go in the corner. I'm being nosy now.
No. Everybody was. All I saw was eyes on me.
We were all. You know how? Listen, you know how like. Your parents in the room arguing, and you're not supposed to be in girl folks' business, but it's so damn juicy. So you sitting up there like this.
Or when you see your boy arguing with his girl.
I was sitting there trying to, but the music was so fucking loud.
Yeah.
What a goddamn DJ, turn this shit down. But we're in the strip club. So what happened? So you guys go over there. First, it seemed like you were really animated. You were just going off, and she was listening, and then at one point you guys were both talking, and then I seen you looked here like you had cried.
Yeah, wow, you could really see that. You really were up in the business. Goddamn.
Your business is my business.
Well, because, because we were discussing it, I was reliving it. And like I said, it wasn't just that she, her and all these people said, talked about promiscuity and I had all these men in the apartment and whatnot. They said other really, really hurtful things, like weird shit that I'm a legal alien, that I'm atheist, I hate children.
Damn.
That I don't hate children. I don't like bad kids. That I never graduated from high school, that I don't have a driver's license. Just weird fucking shit. Like, what's the point of saying that? But then calling me like cunt and call bitch 50 different ways a Sunday, hoe.
Oh yeah, you got a reason to be mad.
It was horrifying. And not only that, it was from 9 a.m. until midnight.
Yeah.
All day long.
No.
No. And then every blog picked up the story. So it was humiliating. All my friends were calling me up and they were like, Melissa, stay the fuck off Twitter. And I was like, you don't have to tell me twice. I'm not going to address that shit because it's not true.
So when you guys were talking, what was being said?
I'm saying this to her.
Saying, okay.
I'm telling her verbatim how each and every how each point affected me. I was like, and you used the fact that we lived together. The truth of the matter was that to support that campaign. I was like, you tried to, demolish my character, my reputation, how I make my money, relationships were damaged as a result of that. Like, it had a reverberating effect, like throwing a fucking rock into a pond and that ripple. I was like, and you just didn't give a solid fuck.
So was she responsive to that?
She was.
And this is why I'm telling you that when I had my conflict with Hazel, I think a lot of it was built up because you guys didn't get along, and I fucked with you. You were my girl.
I would agree with that.
She never before Love and Hip Hop had done anything to me per se, but I knew so much and had so many receipts.
Yeah.
And going into the show, I was ready. Like, whoever is gonna come at me is gonna get it. Just happened to be her.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of what I harbored against her was the stuff that you guys had. Mm-hmm. And but what I will say is that, well, let me ask you: Did you feel like there had been some growth from her from when you knew her before to now?
Yeah,
because she's kind of gone through her own stuff with Kat, with everything.
Yeah. I was adamant about not receiving anything that she said. I will say that, and I will say this to everybody listening. Sometimes people are committed to not liking you. Committed to
they're invested in not liking you.
Yeah, exactly. Commit to misunderstanding you, whatever, and just leave those people alone. But at the end of the day, I went into this with the mindset of I'm committed to not processing anything that she says. But then again, my values start to play a role. Yeah. And my value is I listen to people, and I do believe that time happens, experiences happen, hardships happen, and they change us, and they most of the time change us for the better. We become very compassionate.
Not to mention, she's also now had a taste of fame.
Yeah.
Where now she probably understands.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, so, because I saw like when the conversation first started, you both were like, you were venting. I could tell it was all coming out.
Yeah.
And then there was a point where I could tell like you were now listening, you were receiving it. So I thought it was amazing to see you even have the conversation because I know how you feel about it.
Did you feel relieved? Did you feel like you got things off your chest?
Did you feel closure?
Yeah.
And that's a funny thing about closure. It's like, when we want that feeling of like redemption or vengeance or whatever, when we want something bad to happen to somebody that has done something to us, karma is what we call it. First of all, that's bullshit. Okay. As far as I'm concerned, karma doesn't even work that way. Karma is like, you'll come back as a fucking roach in your next life, but this life, you might be skating on through, and when she did what she did, I wanted shit to happen to her. Shit, I wanted to push her off a goddamn fucking canyon. Mm-hmm. I did. Like, I had murderous fucking thoughts about this girl. It's true. Like, I can't lie. And what I said to her, I am heavily conflicted right now because I don't want to believe that you've changed. I don't want to have this conversation because I'm forced to actually to deal with the fact that feelings are starting to come back in terms of how much I loved you as my friend. And it bothered me because I did not want to like this girl ever again.
But this is the funny way God works. Not to get all churchy because we're going to go reckless in about 15 minutes anyway.
Yes, exactly.
I really feel like in terms of like her even extending an open door for me to be able to be forgiven for what I did to her and me to forgive her, whatever. Sometimes we grow. Sometimes situations are put in our lives so that way we as people grow. Yeah. And I think that who would have ever thought y'all would have been booked to host a party together?
That's the divine
in an environment that's literally our environment with Floyd in our world, right? But and for it to go down that way. I mean, and for her to be the bigger person to push the conversation. And for me, what she said was, you know, that used to be my girl, and I know the shit wasn't all the way cool, and I felt an obligation to fix it.
Right. Yeah.
And I felt like, wow, that was good. That was good for her.
Well, I mean, just, you know, to kind of give you like a, you know, lend my support in a way that I couldn't do before to what you had done. You know, everybody, I remember when you called me and said, I threw a drink in Hazel E's face, I was like, oh, shit. The fuck, Jason? Like, I couldn't help.
No, but when I called, for the viewers, the call wasn't me calling and laughing about it.
No, it was more like, oh my God, I don't know what I just did.
Yeah.
But I also know you, and I know how you feel about when you feel like you need to defend your friends.
Sure.
You defend your fucking friends.
Yeah.
And in my opinion, you were one of the only people that ever, even though it had nothing to do with me, it kind of still had something to do with me. And you were one of the only people who ever like defended me.
Listen,
against
I come
what
from this.
happened.
I come from a place where I don't fuck with people that don't fuck with me.
Yeah.
And I don't fuck with people that don't fuck with my people. I mean, because, you know, I know in Hollywood too how people leverage relationships to prove something.
Yeah.
Like,
My enemy's enemy is my best friend.
So when I booked everybody, and we lined everybody up on the flyer, Floyd looked at the flyer and he goes, now, I don't know who on here don't like each other, but I'm sure there's a lot of conflict. We all here in the spirit of making money.
Yep.
I said, you're damn right. Money over everything.
Yep.
But anyway, I think it was good. It showed, I think it was something that you needed to happen. And honestly, I've been trying to figure out how to help this happen.
There was no way you were going to be able to make it happen.
I know.
Yeah.
And it was so organic that I didn't try. She just happened to be in town. She happened to be with Alexis. Move. She happened to be, Nikki Baby happened to call. It just all happened. And you said, I'm not going to talk to her tonight. She wasn't going to talk, but I'm glad that it actually happened because I did see at one point, it felt like you felt, it looked like you felt a little better afterwards to me.
Did it sober you up though?
Everybody was sober at that part. We couldn't get drunk because there was so much conflict with the Erica bottle, with Nikki trying to play peacekeeper with that.
I couldn't let the vodka marinate. Like it didn't get a chance to fucking marinate. I was so fucking irritated.
Shit like that can sober you up quick.
Yeah, but the strippers were wow. Yes, my favorite. It's hard to pick a favorite, but I really, really like the tall girl with all the tats down the side of her really huge ass.
Melissa was in the club getting her Mac on. First of all, let's just not even go there. But second of all, I'm sitting here trying to tell her like Elizabeth Ruiz is right there on the pole, and she looks at another stripper that we know, and she's like, "Oh, I see her," and I'm like, "No," and then you finally saw her.
Yeah.
And we're like, "Wow."
Yeah, I know. I saw her and Anna Monroe, and they both saw me, and I gave them like a big hug. I was like, "Come upstairs." I love them. They're just so cute.
So where do you go from here with the whole Hazel situation? Not just the meeting up, but the whole.
I basically said, I was just like, I need time to think. I really do. Like I don't. She said, I understand. She was like, she asked me, do you want me to make you a public apology? I was like, these are questions I can't even address right now. I was like, I'm still kind of overwhelmed. And this is just.
But you do give her credit to the fact that she's trying.
I have to give her credit. Yeah. I have to because, and she did sound different. She sounded like she'd been through some shit.
Yeah.
And I tried to, when she was just like, she thought that fame was everything. And this is another warning to people.
Don't forget,
like,
she was in a relationship with a guy where the police raided her house and put guns in her face.
No, I trust me. I understand. She had way more than that happen to her, but when she was like, she wanted to be famous, I was like, oh, trust me when I say there is a whole lot of shit that comes with it that you are not prepared for. You think that it's going to be, I'm famous, I can act like an asshole now. No, shit comes along. There's so much responsibility that kind of comes with it. And just shit you can't account for. It's not all it's cracked up to be. And the worst thing to be is famous or visible and motherfucking broke. Because the expectation of you to be, to live this lavish life.
This is why. Let me tell you something. You see me getting on a jet or whatever. Floyd sent the jet.
Yeah.
But I'm bringing people with me for other purposes. Or I'm working or it's something related. That's why I don't have a problem wearing sweats. I don't have a problem. And I try to just be as normal as possible. So when I meet people and they're like, oh, well, you're with the money team, you're here and there. Listen, these are all jobs. When you see me working, that's a job.
Yeah.
But that's why when you see the Bow Wow challenges and all that, you ain't never going to see me stunt. And I said this to Floyd one day. I'm never going to be the sheep that follow you for the sake of taking pictures in front of your shit to act like they're their shit.
Yeah.
I want you to teach me how to fish, and I will go fish for myself.
Yeah.
Because I don't ever want to hand out, and I don't ever want nobody saying they owe me shit or whatever. And I'm not going to fake a life. Like the fake it till you make it. Now, I'm going to tell you.
Perception.
There's one thing about faking it till you make it that I accept, right? We're all in this journey. We're going on auditions or we're waiting for somebody to tell us if our shows got greenlit and all that. And so aesthetically, you don't want to look depressed.
Yeah.
You don't want to show the wear and tear the journey's having on you.
Right.
But that doesn't mean you need to be flossing next to a jet, a Bentley with a whole bunch of gold chains and diamonds if you don't own it.
That's
right.
So there's a difference. Like you can fake it. Like I can fake happiness until I get there.
Yes.
But shit, that don't mean that I'm all the way happy.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So, these are the things that lessons that I tried to kind of instill in her. She wasn't receptive. It wasn't, the message wasn't getting through. The messenger she could give two solid fucks about,
Some people got to go through it to get it.
Yeah. And
you had already been through it. It's like your parents. They tell you, don't do this or else this is going to happen.
Experience is the greatest teacher ever, and so she just wasn't receptive to it at the time. And since then she has gone through, she's gone through some real shit, hard, and stuff that even though I wasn't I wasn't friends with her at the time, the things that I heard had happened, I was just like, I wouldn't have wished that on anybody.
She said she did say some real shit to me yesterday.
Yeah.
I mean, she said, by the way, because she was really happy that she had the chance to talk to you. So she said that. And then she said, all these bitches, you got checks this week? Because the first thing she did when she got booked, she called me. She said, do I owe you a commission? I said, no, I'm going to be taken care of. You're good.
Yeah.
No, none of those other girls did that.
Yeah.
But not that I care, but the fact that she did that was one. Then she said, you got to get back on Love and Hip Hop. You've been working hard to get that platform. You shouldn't have not come back this year. You should have did it. I'm going to do what I can to get you back on the show. I'm already talking to producers anyway, and they're figuring it out. But the fact that, I just had to acknowledge something's changed with her, and I don't know what that is, know. So
So
but anyway,
that being said, that I do acknowledge that she sounded different. She sounded grown, because one of the things she did say, in that, tweet firestorm was they were calling me old. I was 32 at the time, okay, 30 fucking 2, and they were calling me old and shit like that. I was like, how the fuck are you talking about 32 being old? You're gonna be here shortly.
It was just the simple fact that you was like, you're a vet.
Well, shit, when I was 21, 30 was old too.
She was 29 when I was 32. So I mean, I was like, are you fucking kidding me? So anyways, whatever. Like, that was her then. I definitely think that there is a different her now, and that's where it's left. Is that things were said, apologies were made. Well, apologies to me were made, and then we'll see. So
we're all in the Sprinter on the way back to the hotel from the club.
Yeah.
Me, her, Nikki, baby, and everybody.
Yeah.
And she's talking about, we're talking about, I just look at her and I look at Nikki Baby and I go, this is the first time we've all been together since the reunion, you know? And she goes, yeah, where you called me Toucan Sam and said I belong on a box of Fruit Loops. I said, I'm sorry. Hazel, look, I'm sorry for that too. But anyway, it was crazy. But shout out to Hazel Lee for taking a step to mend old fences, and shout out to you for being a big girl to have that conversation.
Thanks.
So, Gio, what did you do this week?
God damn it.
We thought about you a lot.
So, thank you.
Don't speak for me. Okay, not that I didn't think of you. It's just I had a lot of conflict to manage.
I hosted a Flex Extravaganza, something I host every year for the past 8 years. For Flex, his birthday was amazing.
I did come out and support.
And I was going to get to that. Okay. Jason actually came out and supported. And I was really happy you came, man.
Sat next to your girlfriend. We talked about you. Talked a lot of shit.
Yeah. I said,
Gio told me that you didn't like me. She said, that's not true. I said, I know.
That's a goddamn lie. She put her tail between her legs on that one. I'm out to check her on
funny.
that one. She looked good, didn't she?
She did.
And then my daughter's birthday was May 28th, so her birthday just passed.
And I will say, you're a good host. I said to Gio, I said, you're actually pretty good at this. You have a lot of energy. You know how to keep people laughing. You know how to crack jokes that aren't too far left. There was a moment where he said, Jason Lee's here, and he was giving me a shout out the mic. He had the mic, and because now I was in a powerless position because he had the mic and I didn't. I looked at him and said, motherfucker, you better not say shit.
Yo, the look is like it's a crowd full of people just partying.
No, because there were a lot of down low gay boys there. I don't know if you saw them. I'm not gonna say their names, but they were stage right. And they were hanging on every word to see what you were gonna say. And I was looking at you and look at them like, y'all niggas don't get happy because he's not gonna go there. And you better not try it.
No. But I was about
This
to,
shit was
and right
funny.
when I was about to, it's literally just this people just vision, all these people turning up party, and Jason's just like, because I was about to roast him. And then daughter's birthday, happy birthday to her, and then that was it, man. What else? I was with Erica, man, the other night. That's it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, shit. Erica comes up to me in the club and she said, because there was a security assigned to watch her. So she was like, really, security's watching me? I said, I don't run the club. I just booked everybody. I'm done. I literally haven't partied. I had fun at Flex Extravaganza.
You did.
Over there with everybody and had a good time. I didn't have fun that night with all these people.
Yeah, it was work.
Well,
it was work for you.
It was work for
It was
sure.
work for you. There was a lot going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was fun.
Well, that was our weekend recap.
God damn it.